I think I am coming to realize that I am more alone than I thought. Let me start off by saying that I believe I am probably in a depression, though my dad thinks I'm actually manic. I will say that lately I have been sad. I cry for no reason. I'm just sad. Back to my first thought, though. I do feel like I'm more alone than I thought. I was talking to my brother this morning at about 3 a.m. and asked him if he had anyone he could tell everything to. He said no. Took me a good while. It took me a good while to realize that I have one person I can really tell anything to without fear of judgment and disappointment, and that's Charlie. Like, I know that whatever I tell Charlie, he will love me anyways. I could say the worst things to him, and he just loves me through it. That's, of course, my husband, Josh, too, but I think that there's more of a fear of disappointing Josh than there is of disappointing Charlie. Like, Charlie is my best friend, but also Charlie can't judge me because Charlie's just as fucked up as I am. I'm Jess Faulkner, and this is Just Jess. Today's episode is called Episode 18 Mania or Depression. Time for some updates and some general rambling. I've been making some fucked up decisions lately, and I think it's because I'm in a depression and I just want to feel something. I haven't been able to watch TV, play video games. I can hardly play guitar. I don't really listen to the broad spectrum of music that I normally listen to either. Like, everything is a bit off, and what I usually do to feel something, like listening to music or playing a video game, just doesn't do it. It doesn't do anything for me anymore. I have been watching House of the Dragon. I love House of the Dragon. I loved Game of Thrones. I was a huge fan. My husband and I fell in love watching Game of Thrones. He does not care about House of the Dragon. I love House of the Dragon. Rhaenyra is my girl. So yeah, go Targaryens. That's all I have to say. Also, maybe the show Evil. That shit always has my attention, I think. It's so good. Such a weird show, okay? Like, it's a woman who is kind of an everyday working woman who believes in science and like reality, paired with a very smart man who only believes in science and what can be proven by science, also paired with a priest who believes in the spiritual realm. So it's a really good it's a really good grouping of the three of them, and it's really cool. It's just such a fun, and it's so funny. Like, it's not scary. It's very comical. And they have a new season out. This is the last season, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. I've been taking risks. I've been risking people's feelings, my own, my safety, everything. I'm just in this weird spot where I can't feel anything unless it's extreme. Maybe I need to go skydiving or base jumping or something extreme like that. Otherwise, I think I need to be locked up inside with no chance of getting out. Maybe when I start being in a mood, Josh can lock me up, werewolf style. Just chain me in some basement somewhere. But if that were the case, I would never really be able to go out. I just don't know how it would be safe for me to go out alone. And the truth of the matter is, I don't want Josh to go with me. I want to go by myself and have the safe haven of a spot that is mine and only mine. I was going to go to Pride in Cola. That's Columbia for anyone not from South Carolina. I was going to go to Pride today, but that didn't happen, and that's okay. I still put on my Pride stickers and went about my day in the queer way. Not really. I didn't do anything queer today and it bums me out. I did buy a shirt. I did buy a shirt that says, "Your dad is my cardio," which really isn't gay, but it's very awesome. I'm seeking out my place. I'm seeking out my people. I need community because I feel so alone. I think that's why I go out so much, because I'm looking for a place to belong. I'm constantly looking for my people or my place. I have had some luck in finding friends. I've met this really great gal named Anissa. Man, can she sing? She's about a decade younger. She's about a decade younger than me and is really working hard to take control of her life and her future. I might interview her later because she's really strong and has a history that she has overcome. She is really good people too. I am happy to know her and to call her my friend. Truly. She kind of reminds me of Josh cuz she's just good. You know, she just has this good heart. And she reminds me of Josh because she's always trying to do the right thing, you know? And I love that quality about her. I think she's really a good friend. I've met some other people, but they are like mostly bartenders from Legacies, so I don't know how much that counts. I like Donovan. I think he's a good dude. He helped me in a tight spot. I don't know if you remember that. You know, I went to him after I was sexually assaulted, and he took care of that for me, and that was cool. He recently moved, so I gave him a propagation of the OG pothos as a housewarming gift in one of those cute little mushroom glasses, so he can keep it like propagating in there, and it's super cute. I also met a pool player who's been teaching me a little bit of the lingo. I thought it'd be cool for me to give you some examples of all this cool new slang I'm learning, but I honestly can't remember any of it right now. What a poor study I am, right? I mean, I can remember it, but I can't remember what it means. So, having the action, I think means like good to go. No, I don't remember what it means. I'll just tell you what the lingo is. Um, Something about sauce. Making sauce. I'm gonna look that up. Cause now I'm curious about it. Sauce lingo. Sauce slang. Okay. All right. That's interesting. It says like, well, never mind. I don't think that's right either. So the sauce. So the sauce, and then what else? I don't remember. That sucks. That sucks. That is very disappointing for me. So medically, I feel like I'm failing. I've been in and out of the hospital lately. That's why I've been kind of gone for the past few weeks. I really can't control when I get sick or how sick I get. Let me tell you let me tell you a long story that I'm going to simplify. Um my numbers are not improving. They're just climbing higher and higher, even though I'm taking the Jacophy. Last time I went to the doctor, my numbers had gotten worse, so Dr. G switched me from 2 pills a day to 3 pills a day. I went home and started taking 3 doses of Jacophy. Well, little did I know that Suzanne, a nurse at Dr. G's office, switched my 10 milligram tablets to a 20 milligram tablet so that I only have to take one a day. Well, then Dr. G told me to increase my dose to 3 pills. He and I didn't realize that the dose of the pill had been upped from 10 milligrams to 20 milligrams. So I started taking 3 a day of the 20 milligrams, and instead of taking 30 milligrams of Jacophy, I was taking 60 milligrams, which was making me sick. I started violently vomiting for about a week before I went to the hospital. Basically, I was ODing on the Jacophy, and it was making me puke my guts out. I'm also hooked back up to the heart monitor for a month this time, doing my Tony Stark thing, all these little things attached to my chest. Turns out I have a leaky mitral valve. It's called mitral valve regurgitation. It just means that instead of the valve pumping my blood one way, some of it comes back and goes the other way instead. Signs and symptoms of this can include flutters or palpitations, feelings of exhaustion, and other symptoms that I feel like I have. So, a heart monitor, which is the least fashionable thing to wear, by the way. Lots of people ask me about it. It sucks, and I hate it. I have to carry a phone with it too. Oh my gosh, it has its whole phone, its whole own phone that comes with it. All it does is let me mark any heart events that I feel, so they know when and where to look. But it's just this phone that I have to be within like 30 feet of at all times. Otherwise, it beeps at me really loud. And so now in my pocketbook, I have two phones, and that looks sus. You know what I mean? Like, just walking around with two phones, all sus. To be honest, I'm just struggling so much right now. I'm at the point where I am so thankful for my kids because they keep me physically safe from myself. And I know that's a fucked up thing to say, but it's definitely true. So, manic or depressed. I'm making some appointments with my therapist so I can talk through this. I have the whole month of July booked with her, and I'm so thankful because it is more than needed. I have also thought about joining NA or AA or some kind of group that helps through addiction because I am struggling with addiction. I am struggling with my addiction issues. On the same hand, as weird as it sounds, I have thought about getting a job as a bartender. I haven't bartended in such a long time, so I have forgotten everything. I don't know how to make a single drink. But as Charlie keeps telling me, I can be trained. It would make sense for me to get a job at Legacies. I'm sure I would do a great job and everyone would love me. Who doesn't want to get a drink from a bartender with hearts on their face? I need to stay fat forever. I feel like it's a safeguard for me to get people to leave me alone. And only half of that is true because only half of me wants people to leave me alone and the other half is begging for people to see me. I just hope truly that my kids feel seen as children. I hope they don't grow up like me with all the issues I have. I try damned hard to be a good mom and control all the shit that influences my kids. I lost that battle recently when they were introduced to kids' YouTube. I did win the war by outlawing YouTube altogether, though. I fucking hate YouTube. I never understood it, honestly. Maybe I haven't had a computer long enough to really appreciate it. I don't know. I know people can find a lot of helpful content on YouTube, but the way people talk in videos makes me batshit crazy, dude. Honestly. I hate how everything is so sped up and doesn't happen at a natural speed. All my manties are dead, and I'm super sad. I just haven't been in a place where I can take care of things. I don't know. So, manic or depressed? I think we are getting closer and closer to deciding where to live when everything is all said and done. My vote is for Utica, Attica, Buffalo, or Rochester. You know, upstate New York somewhere. The schools are great, the cost of living is low, and the opportunities are high. I want the kids to have a chance at a life that might be hard to have in, say, Oklahoma. Sorry, Sooners. Bricktown is banging, but that's just about it. I feel like I'm having a hard time with sleeping. I keep falling asleep on Josh at about 9 o'clock. Like, literally, we're cuddling, and I fall asleep on him at about 9 o'clock, and then I wake up at about 2 o'clock feeling like I've slept all night. So then I get up and call my brother and do all those things, and then pass out again at about 5 o'clock, sleep for an hour or two, and then wake up and take care of the family. It's pretty exhausting. It's kind of when I go out too. Like last night, I fell asleep on Josh at about 8 and slept till 1:30, and then went to a Waffle House to see George afterwards. I'll also go to Legacies if the hour isn't too late. Legacies is like my home away from home, I think. Maybe more like my second home than anything else. Honestly, I know it might sound hurtful, and I don't mean for it to, since my mom moved in, I don't feel like my house is a judgment-free space. Before, I knew I wasn't being judged by Josh or the kids, obviously. Now that my mom is here, I feel like she's judging me for everything I do. I think she has this I think she has this certain expectation for me to meet that I'm not meeting. I feel like a huge disappointment. I do. The way I dress, the way I talk, the way I parent, the way I wife, I just feel like it's all under judgment all the time. And it sucks. It's hard. At Legacies, I get compliments all the time. Look, I have had not one, but two women buy clutches because I inspired them with my cute clutches and clothes, and they have told me so. One guy told me that he dressed up really nice one day because he sees me always dressed up, and he thought he would try to look his best too. And he did. He looked sharp as fuck. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not. I just need my own space. I need a space that fits my own reality, and that's what Legacies is. I tell you what, when I'm in that building, I am who I have made myself to be, and no one knows any different. Everyone in there just knows what they see. It's what I have control of it, and I like that. My brother is coming to visit in August. I'm going to take him to Legacy so he can see what I do and what's up. I would much rather take my brother than my mother. For real. But yes, Dakota is coming in August, and we are all so excited. He'll stay here for the whole month and experience what it is to live with a happy family, because he wants family so bad. Truth be told, he probably won't experience much, since my bet is him sleeping through the whole trip. Just saying. It is my brother after all. He is a sleeper. I thought about giving an update on where my dad and I are in our relationship, but I feel like nothing has changed. I have nothing to report other than he told me I can't sing House of the Rising Sun because, quote, it's a boys' song. I told him that if I wanted to tell someone to suck my dick, I would, and I could, and it has nothing to do with if I have a penis or not. I'm struggling with him, but I love him. What can I do? He's my dad. And he's the only one I've got. Well, besides George. I think that brings us right back around to mania or depression. What do you think? I think I'm in a depression. I'm sad as fuck. I have no motivation to do anything. Nothing is bringing me joy. I hate it. And that's just about all on updates. I am still on break. I'm working on more content, and I will bring you more content soon. I'm not sure when, though, to be honest. I'm still recovering physically. I just don't have time. I just don't have the time that I thought that I had before. And I'm working on that. I'm working on making some time for you all, because I feel like you deserve it, and I want to give it to you. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for your support. And for listening. I just appreciate you guys so much, and I hope that I can continue doing this. I hope that I can keep bringing you content that you love and content that helps you grow. That's my wish. I just want to help bring you content that helps you grow as a person. I want I want to read content and hear content that helps me change as a person, that educates me, you know? I hope you take care of yourselves. I hope you take care of each other. I love you.